Right, I hope everyone's alright and staying safe and everything. First video I've done for a while. And most of you know the reasons why, but anyway, I couldn't really think of a video to do, so I thought I'd just do a video about a cheap crossbow and a couple of modifications I did to it. So that's one of those. I think you can get those for about 25 quid. To be honest, I've had that crossbow for years. I think I bought it from a local market for about 20 quid, maybe 15 quid. Just been stuck in a drawer or whatever in the garage for ages. It's been took apart, things done to it. And I thought I'd dig it out and try and make it back into a crossbow. Now, one of the things I'd done is I wanted it to be put in a bug out bag. So what I'd done is I'd cut the handle slightly shorter just so it wasn't as long. So I've had to remodify that back to normal. I think at the time I'd even took the prod off and replaced it with a piece of elastic. It turned out that didn't quite work. So then it was just thrown in a drawer or whatever. So I wanted to remake it into a working crossbow. So the first thing I had to do, you can't really see it, but I've had to put a piece of wood, screw a piece of wood on the bottom there to make the handle back to full length. And I've just covered it in black tape, so I had to put that back on there. And because I'd also messed about with this part here, I'd ground it rounder to accept a piece of elastic. But like I said, that didn't actually work. So I had to put back in there, to make it back to a crossbow again, a piece of wood and a piece of leather. Which actually works out alright. So obviously put the prod back on it. And then the other things I've done, just a couple of simple things. I've put a little small torch there on the front. This bit of string is just for hanging it up, like that. But there's a little small torch there. I'll show you this in action in a minute in the dark. It's actually surprisingly effective, a tiny little light like that, especially if you was gonna, use this at close range. And the other mod I did was put this bolt holder on. Now the bolt holder, if you can see there, you might be able to just about see it. But this is, that was one of those holders what held like screwdriver ends, if that makes sense. So you'd get a load of them, you get hex head ones, take them out and put them in the end of a thing. I'll show you one. Yeah, so a holder for these. Little screwdriver ends, whatever. I don't actually know what they're called, but yeah, little screwdriver ends. It was a holder for one of those. And they're in there like that. Whatever. Then you pull them out when you want to use them. So it turns out that they're pretty much exactly the same size as crossbow bolts, pistol crossbow bolts. So all I did was a couple of screws, screwed it in, you stick your bolts in, and then you can use them when you need to. So that's a couple of mods I did, simple. I also painted the end of the front sight white. You can see it, but the strange thing is that keeps actually spinning around. It's loose. I didn't realise that. I might have to glue it or something. I was having a go with this in the shed, in the garage, just close range. And it's actually pretty good little crossbow considering how cheap they are. Oh, the other thing I had to do was I had to put the cocking aid back on it because that was gone as well. That's why it's got a different colour bolt there. That was off of it. But I'm quite happy with, refinding all the parts, redoing up any little bits, make it back into a working, not too bad, cheap pistol crossbow. I'll show you the light in the dark. So obviously that's in the light. I'll turn the light off now. So you can see there, it's quite effective for a tiny little light, just like that on the front. You know, close range shooting, that'd be ideal. You know, don't throw far, but neither does the crossbow, so that's perfect, I reckon. Lightweight, and another little cheap thing to put on top of it as well. So yeah, cheapo modified crossbow, pistol crossbow. And like I said, the bit of string on the front, it's just for hanging it up. Right, anyway, hope everyone is alright and everything, and you know, staying safe, you know, with the current situation how it is. Anyway, cheers for watching, hope you all stay safe. Oh, thank you for all your kind regards, you know, in the previous video. I really do appreciate that. I mean that, I really do appreciate it. I couldn't comment back to all of them because so many, but I truly do appreciate that. That's really nice of people, you know, to write their condolences and things. Anyway, cheers for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you later.